All right, so if you own a clothing brand and you find that you can't get your meta ads to perform, okay, you see people on the internet that are getting 3, 4, 5x ROASs, and you just can't get there. You're testing different creatives and they're just not performing. So maybe you're blaming this on the creatives, but more than likely, it's not your creative's fault. It is basically your back end system. So let's say before having a back end system, I'm gonna walk you through this, a before and after. Okay, so let's say your ad spend, you're spending $300 on an ad, okay? 20,000 people see the ad. You have a 2% click through rate, and you end up getting 400 people to go to your website, okay? From there, you're gonna have 400 website visitors. Let's say your conversion rate 2%, okay, industry average for clothing, and basically that's gonna put you at 8 orders, okay? Let's say your average order value $70. That is gonna put you at $560 in sales, and $560 compared to the $300 we spent, that is a 1.87 ROAS, which realistically is not enough to actually grow, and it's not going to be profitable. Okay, you want to get 3 ROAS, 4x ROAS. Okay, so basically, yeah, like I said here, small percent are not buying, and it's not enough to keep the ad running, and creatives are blamed for the poor performance. Okay, so what needs to be changed? So, like I said, this is basically going to get you to the point where your ads are profitable. Once your ads are profitable, you know that you can actually ads will actually work. You take the profits and you dump it into more creatives, and you're basically going to learn that way. So, this is going to get you to the point where you're profitable. So, what needs to be changed? The real reason is you have no back end system. Okay, so let's say you send the same 400 site visitors to your website. Okay, and from there you're going to want to hit them with a pop-up. Okay, so many people send so much traffic to their website, and these people, they never get anything off them. They don't get an email, they don't get a phone number, and they end up losing all of these people that went onto their site, and there's no way to monetize them other than content and ads again. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you basically want to collect an email or a phone number, and you're going to want to get that to about 10% of site traffic. Okay, so that is going to put 40 people on your email list. We're talking email, we're not talking SMS. That's for another time. But your email list will now have 40 people on it, okay? So from there on, basically, you're going to want to have email flows set up, okay? So the point of flows is to recover lost sales. So the person that like, let's say you send 1,000 people to your website, there's so many ways that sales could have been made that you're losing out on. Okay, so let's say a small portion of these 40 people, let's say a very small portion of them will add a cart. Okay, they'll put 2 or 3 pieces into their cart, and they'll end up abandoning the cart. Okay, let's say that maybe they get a message from their mother, maybe the prices are too high, whatever it is. Okay, they're basically going to X off of their cart. So you're losing a potential buyer. They were so close to buying. Same with the checkout abandonment. These people were so close to buying, they just couldn't get there. Okay. So basically, the point of this is you're going to send them emails. So this flow right here is about mine are roughly about 4 emails. Okay. And the point of this is basically to get them to recover or to finish their cart that they had picked out, finish the pieces that they had picked out, because these people are super easy to convert because they're already so close. It's just another little nudge to get them there. Okay. So these are the flows. I'm not going to go through the whole flows, but like the post purchase flow. Let's say somebody of these 40 people, I don't know how many there were. Let's say how many were there up here? There was 8. You had 8 orders, wherever it shows. Yeah, 8 orders. Okay. Let's say all these 8 orders, they're all going to get put into the post purchase flow. Okay. From there, you're going to try to upsell them. Okay. You're going to show them new releases. You're going to show them like the hottest pieces that are going on your website. You're going to try to upsell them, and maybe one of those 8 people will actually add another piece to their cart, or they'll do another order, and that's how you get them with the post purchase flow. So, like I said, the whole point of this is to recover lost sales that you could have had. Okay, so from there you have campaigns. So campaigns are the things that you send. Flows you really set up once. You can change them as you go on, but flows, they're all automated. Campaigns are the weekly work you got to do. So I typically send about 3 to 4 emails per week for campaigns. Okay, and in these emails, you want to nurture the people on your list. You want to keep them wanting to open your emails. You want to have certain things in the emails that make it a benefit for them. Okay. Now these aren't discounts. You don't have to have discounts in your campaigns. That's how you lower margins, and that's how you screw up your brand. But in these emails, you want to find other way to benefit the list. Okay, so maybe you can do behind the scenes a bit, like sneak peeks and stuff. Anything that benefits the list, you can be really creative with this, okay? And you can also send education emails. These are super important because you don't always want to send sales emails, okay? You want to educate the person on your pieces, why they should buy it, what like the emotional factor with it, everything, okay? And so a lot of psychology goes into this, and that is one thing I'm trying to improve on. So 3 to 4 emails per week on campaigns, okay? And when you have this whole setup, basically, let's say over a long time, 5% of people on your list will purchase if they're emailed correctly. Okay. So of those 40 people, let's say you get 2 sales. All right. And that's going to be an extra $140. Okay. So that is going to up your ROAS to 2.37 because you're going to have 10 sales instead of 8 sales. Okay. Which is a 24.6 increase in ROAS. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm still kind of unsure of these numbers. I think you can get it a lot higher than 5%, maybe 10% even. But basically, this is going to increase your ROAS a quarter, okay? And that is going to get you to the point where you're not breaking even, but you're profitable. And that extra money you can reinvest into ads so you can keep learning, and your ads will then grow from there and they'll get better over time, okay? So here are some results from a brand. I don't want to say the brand's name, but let's just take a look at this. So they're bringing in roughly 25,000 euros per month. Okay, so the email systems I set up, it's bringing in over a quarter. So it's bringing in 34.36% of their total attributed revenue through email. Okay, this is I do all my stuff from Klaviyo, but if you guys want to kind of see a breakdown of this, I can give you a little audit on your brand, show you how it's going to work, and kind of show you how much money I think you're gonna make with this. Okay, but yeah, let me know if that's something you're interested in. Shoot me a DM on Instagram if you are. It will be in my bio.